Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be killing even more chickens. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, right off the bat, I want to check out my chickens and kind of see, oh wow, what we have going on here. So, 48 breedable chests. 2 legendary chests. Those are pretty good. I'll take these epic ones as well. Everything else I'm not too worried about. I could honestly care less. We have everything from here, so I'm not worried about that. Our mob farm has been doing that, and I have everything learned that we can technically learn. The legendary crates, though, on the other hand, they're pretty rare, and we got, yeah, pretty much everything we already have, so that's not too much there. Then we have this crate, which gives us multi-shot, a couple of other enchantments, which is nice. Oh, wither skeleton skulls as well. I actually didn't know those were in there. Diamond shears. Actually, that's not too bad. And then we have the breedables chest, and this is a little bit different. This should help us complete this resource gen. It should help us get there. So let's see what we got, and if we have enough of anything, honestly, to complete. And we'll be able to see here. Look at all these chickens, though. That is crazy. So, if we look at roost, we can see we have a bunch of chickens. A netherwort chicken is actually a really good chicken to get out of this. Gold chickens are very good to get because they have tier trees. Iron chickens, redstone, soul sand, all of these are really good chickens. Because, like I said, they have a progression line to them that you can kind of skip by doing this. That's really cool. So we didn't get any of these chickens in particular, or any of these seeds, but believe me, this does help a little bit. Now, we can probably complete all of these tier 1 crafting seeds and move up into getting these seeds potentially down the road. But yeah, it's going to require a bit more of this stuff. And yeah, it's going to be, I mean, I have been doing my best to save up on the Inferium. I mean, it only goes so fast because of mob drops, but you can farm the stuff, so it makes it a little bit easier, to do that. And plus we got bat wings. Look at that. Alright, so now that we have those, we can use those later on to breed. I just wanted to see those real quick before we jump into what we're actually going to do for today's episode. And as you can see, you do get quite a lot of good stuff. And it might be worth your while to put some of these chickens in a breeder or something like that and start seeing it. Let's take a look at Mystical Agriculture and see what we got. So we got fire seeds, dye seeds are really good. Dirt seeds, chicken seeds. Let's see. Anything really great? Marble seeds. Mystical flower seeds. Those are from Botania. Water seeds, uranium seeds. I remember when we got those, actually. Those are tier 5. Pig seeds. Alright, so really nothing that great out of that. What I'm thinking we're going to do is probably convert this over into another type of farm today. It is going to convert probably really well. And we'll kind of go over that here in a second. But first, let's get a few things ready for that. We need a syringe. I think we need another empty syringe. Because we're going to need this for our spawner. And now let's take a look at our mobs that are over here. Do we have... we have cows. Cows may actually work. I was going to say, I want pigs, but it doesn't seem like we have any pigs. And pigs are probably not something we're going to be able to, make very easily. So, that'll work. We'll just go after this cow here. Poor fella. I'm sorry, but I gotta get my syringe full. I'm sorry, fella. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Alright, so, now that that's done, this can technically be pulled out, and we can take a look at what it's going to take to make this cow. So, we're going to need leather. Everything else we have, leather's the thing we're going to need. And we're actually going to remove this mob masher, and it's going to change. I still think we can gain pink slime from other things, but we could probably still use the chicken. But I'm going to be removing that setup there. So let's take a look here. We can go at industrial and we can search for, let's see, what is it called? It is the slaughter factory. So there we go. We should be able to make a slaughter factory just like that. Maybe we can save this thing as well. And this is going to need some upgrades. So range add-ons is what they're called. And I don't want a big range add-on. I think a range add-on of 1 is probably going to be just good enough, because I don't want it to go into here. Because if it goes into here, it's going to kill all of my mobs, and I don't want that. So what we can do is set this bad boy here. It's going to get power. And let's show this range on here. And honestly, oh, that's perfect. It's right above the line where these guys would spawn. And that should be good. We can just place a block there. And let's try this. Let's do, I don't know, cobblestone. We'll fill this up here. This guy should technically be on. You can see it is generating pink slime. This is still killing it though. So we're going to need to fix this. Is that still going to... Yes. Okay, so that's still going to kill it. So I technically don't even need to worry about this. I can just leave it on that pedestal. I'm still debating whether I should switch to cows. It does seem like it's generating enough pink slime. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't think it matters if it's a chicken or not. We can try it, though. It looks like it's gaining... What is that? 88 to 120. 150. 16. So... Is it 30? It's gaining about 30, so... I mean, that's not that bad. I think increasing the pace of a spawner system would work way better, because right now we're just not generating enough mobs fast enough. This is just not fast enough. And I think the only way to fix that is to change the way this is set up. And we're probably going to need to modify this a little bit. So I think a little bit of upgrading will work with this. So what I'm going to do is take this conduit here. I need to get a Yeta wrench. That would probably help with this situation. And the Yeta wrench can kind of force connections onto blocks that don't normally get connected to. So all of these are going to need to be force connected. And if you can't do it, you can hold down Shift and left click on the block, and it'll actually let you select the side normally. So there we go. So we're going to get these edges all force connected like that. And I'm going to disconnect this and this because we don't need it attached to this gate. So this is going to control the redstone for this. We're also, in this same line, going to have ourselves some other conduit. Energy and item conduit, all in the same line. So with conduit, it's so super nice that we can just supply this, like so, all in the same conduit line. And even more, add to that, we can add item conduits to this and make these massive conduit bundles, which are super awesome, and allows us to kind of keep our cabling more compact. And you can see we have a lot of cables going on here. But it's also going to keep this very compact and the front nice and clean, which is what I want. So I do need to go in here and configure each one of these. I am probably going to use my probe, if you remember correctly, over here. Let's go probe. With this probe, we can copy a specific config setting. So if I go here, I can go, okay, I want this to be on insert. I want this redstone to be a specific thing, because right now this redstone signal is a little bit weird. We have output signal, this is going to output a signal on the green channel, and we need input signal from the red channel. So right now, it's going to be output, and I'm going to output a strong signal. And then on our power, we can just leave it the same. It's not going to matter. It's going to transfer regardless. And what we can do is shift, right, put ourselves in copy mode. We're going to not right click. This needs to be on insert, output, extract. All right, we're going to copy, shift, click once we're in here. Shift to copy, and then now it's ready to be pasted. So it should paste onto all of these. Just like that. And these we can change. This doesn't need to be even on at all, if we want to make it even cleaner looking. But, I mean, this is not necessary. You don't have to worry about that. And there we go. Even for the top. Remove that. Perfect. Now I gotta do this all the way up. So, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so once you get everything nice and wired up, the last thing you need to do is make sure that this block, or there's some kind of block giving this conduit redstone power. Of course, you can connect it over here if you want. But this needs to be set on input, and make sure you change the color to green to match all of your outputs. And then you should be good to go. Make sure you have your syringe in here so it knows what goes in here. We have our things set up, and my channels changed. So these are going on insert into here, and then right here it's extracting from here on the blue channel, and then different channel on this one, and different channel on this one. It keeps everything nice and clean. Look at that conduit, nice and clean on the back. All of this looks very good. Now, all I should be able to do now is flip the switch. This will start slaughtering mobs, and hopefully this is enough to be able to handle it. Oh boy. Right? Hopefully we get things fast enough. Dirt is not going in. Okay, so we need to figure something out. It just needs a lever, I believe. Or actually, it just needs its redstone signal configured. So let's set up the redstone signal. Oh my gosh, this is not going to be fast enough, is it? We are going to spawn way more cows than this can kill. Okay, well with that in mind, at least we know we need to make more slaughter factories. This, we need to make sure the redstone is set here. There we go. And now that one should turn on as well. Alright, let's kill this thing. This is going to get bad quickly. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, so this is working. At least we know that. Now we need more slaughter factories. So I went ahead and added 2 more slaughter factories. I hope that's enough. If not, we can add more. But this should definitely kind of keep up. I hope. Yeah. Anyways, once we get this set up, then we can start figuring out what to do with the fluid, because there are a few things that we need to do in regards to the fluid that these things produce. So, as you can see, there is liquid meat and pink slime, 2 products that we only need 1 of. We don't really need liquid meat, even though we could technically use it later on down the road. Just as of right now, it's not really that necessary. We can use it for a meat feeder. I just feel like it's going to probably be more of a nuisance than something that's useful. But let's flip this lever and let's see if this can keep up. Oh boy. Alright. So that should spawn... I still think this is having a hard time. It does seem to be spawning them like every second though. I'm trying to figure, does this cost more than the chicken did? Because I feel like it does. I feel like this costs more than the chicken. Yeah, it does. So the chicken's only 15. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this. One of these has the feather. It's this one. Let's change that. And that should start spawning chickens. Okay. Is that fast enough? It's like once every second, for sure. Okay, so this might be viable. But I know we can make this faster. This can totally go way faster. We need more matter beamers. Alright, so all the configuration is done and ready to go. It's the moment of truth, guys. We have to pull that lever and see if these can keep up. Oh my. That's way faster. Can these keep up? It looks like this is keeping up just fine. Oh my. I'm trying to see. Some of these are catching the leftovers, which is good. That's what I want it to do. Okay, so if that works, and that keeps them contained, I think what I might do, just to be on the safe side, is take some fence and maybe build some fence around this. You know, just to kind of keep them contained in case they break out. I'm not too concerned if they do, to be honest, but this will be your little pin. Okay, so, which kind of leaves us a little bit of room here. All right, so fluid transfer nodes is probably what I want to use. So I want to take these fluid transfer nodes and an anvil and turn them into flat transfer nodes. Just going to do that. Not like that. There it goes. Perfect. All right, flat fluid transfer nodes. We're also going to need a trash can. But we're going to need a fluid trash can. And we're probably going to need a couple of them. We're going to need at least 3. All right. So what I'm going to do here is on these, I'm going to specify, all right, that everything is off on this one, and everything but down is off on the meat feeder. So I'm going to turn all of this off, because later we're going to work on that. Everything but down is going to go off here. There we go. Perfect. Now, the down, that's going to be where we work on this trash can. And we're going to use this to trash these items. Alright, so if we're placing, and we're going to pull out of here, we should just be able to place this directly on, and then place a fluid tank, and the liquid meat should start depleting. It's that simple for keeping a pretty simple automation setup for this going. There we go. And bam. Okay. So what we should be able to do is just cover this back up. I love that both materials are under the same name, so I can just kind of pull them out, which works just fine. Alright, so that is done. You won't really be able to see it because there's going to be a block actually placed here. So each of these are going to receive a screen. And I think I can still use these on this side, but you have to specify that this is going to be the side. And I think this is called the front. Yes. So as long as you specify that this is going to the front, you can place these on there. And I think the transfer rate is going to be sufficient. We're going to find out. If not, of course we can change that. But, you know, that's going to get us pink slime. And actually, I should probably take a bucket or so of this. And just grab a couple buckets, maybe. Worth. I guess the buckets don't work with the pink slime. That's right, we have to pump that out to a tank. This tank will work. So it's going to give me a little bit of pink slime. I want at least a bucket in here. Because I need to spawn this thing. At least one. I'm not too concerned about anything else. Alright, and hopefully I can kill them. Kill the slime that comes from that and get the pink slime from it. That would be awesome. That would make life a lot easier later on down the road. Yeah, I'll probably get a couple buckets because you never get one right off the bat. Right? Alright, so I'm just going to take this whole thing right here. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves some screens. So task screens, we need 3 of them. All 3 are going to be working on the same task. Just like that. Shift right click and configure. Go to your task and go to pink slime. There we go. Same on this one task. Pink slime. And last but not least, pink slime. Okay, so all these should work. Let's flip this bad boy back on and let it start doing its thing. Alright, so one of our slimes disappeared. There he is. Ah, and we got pink slime from it. Perfect, and it has EMC. So, now we don't have to worry about it anymore. So what we can do with the rest of this fluid tank, literally we'll just hook it here. I'll set this to push. And that's just going to dump the rest of that tank out into here. And that's going to get us a reward. Now, I don't know how well this works, but if we take a look at the repeatable quests, pink slime is one of them, right? But it's not one on here. Now, we do have icy coolant, which is here. So I'm assuming that once that one fills, this icy coolant one will not conflict with it. I'm not too sure how that works. But it does look like this should work pretty quick. And we should have no problem getting to that amount over time. I might actually need to make this fence a little bit bigger, as I do see some of them escaping. So that's exactly what I'll do. I'll just go ahead. I don't want these guys getting out. There we go. Oh man, it's just a complete and total mess, but it works, you know? Whatever gets the job done. But we need to keep these chickens in. Alright, so that seems to be overflowing, and these cannot handle it. I'm wondering... Okay, so that seems to be doing a good job. We're at 15 buckets. Man, I think we might have to upgrade and go with more of these mob slaughter factories. So adding 2 more seemed to do the trick. So it seems like these are doing just fine now. And the good part about this is this doesn't actually produce any loot or anything like that or experience, so there's really nothing else you have to worry about. It's just generating pink slime. And this seems pretty compact and able to do that fairly quickly. So, as we work on other things, that should be able to handle itself. So, Muffler, you're about to do some more good work. I think I can put you probably right here. Right in the midst of everything. Oh yeah. Nice and silent. It's as if you never even knew it was there. Perfect. Alright. So, pretty interesting project, to say the least. Alright, so, to finish off today's episode, there is something that I want to get. And all of this stuff is like prerequisites that are going to allow us to be able to do some of this automation later on down the road. And one of those is for refined fuel. Now, in order to make refined fuel, we need to produce naphtha, which is going to eventually make a byproduct, which is sulfur, and give us refined fuel. And naphtha comes from crude oil in a fractionating still, and it'll give us tar as a byproduct. But crude oil is something that we need to get. And to look at how we get crude oil, we have oil scale, or oil shale, and oil sand, and then we also have the bitumen, or bitumen, I think it's called. All of those you can't really get, but we can get these, but only a specific way. We have oil sand, which we can get with the laser drill from Industrial Foregoing. That's about the only way. As far as I've seen, there's nothing else in here that is really going to help us get oil. That's about it. Crude oil only comes in this fashion. So, intended or not, we need to make the laser drill. And it's actually not as hard as you may think. So, let's take a look at the drill. Now, the laser drill is just your base thing. And then we need the lasers. So we need a couple of diamond gears. And everything else we should have minus this lens, which is pink slime. And remember, we just got pink slime. So this is actually kind of awesome that we've gotten to this far and everything's just kind of fallen into place. But we're going to make that lens correct. Looks like we need to make this, which is some glass. Oh, I wonder, this is not, I think this is particular. All right, yeah, we need white. Then we can craft that, get our stained glass, and actually make this white stained lens. Now, this is something that is EMC-able, as you can see. We can pull out a few of those, and throw them in here. And we'll go ahead and make ourselves the laser drill. Now, this is also EMC-able. But the laser drill does not function without its laser base. So the laser base is the centerpiece. The drills are what you use to actually, you need 4 of the drills. And the laser base is what mines down. So this is a pretty simple recipe, right? So let's take a look here. Bam. We just need a couple of diamond gears. And we should be able to make the base. Now, because we have EMC, it's as simple as throwing this in here and grabbing 4 of those. Bam, we're ready to go. Now we are going to need points. Probably to make this the cleanest looking setup is to use points. And then we'll also need some kind of chest. Or crate. I think a crate would look pretty good. Simple crate. Also, people were saying you can pull 1 item at a time from here. Well, they say shift and right click pulls 1 out. I mean, that I knew that, I just never do it. It's just something that I just don't ever get around to doing. All right, so down here is where we are going to put that bad boy. Let's go ahead and get us some cobble. We are going to build down a few. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. 3 is enough. And then I'm going to build out 1 in each direction. That's going to allow us to place the laser drills. Like that. And then being able to break this will allow me to place the base. Nice. And just kind of break everything else around. Perfect. Now, these all need power to run. And we can set these to the right setting. And you don't really have to worry. These only consume 100 RF a tick per. So really, these are 400 RF a tick is all this costs. It's really, really cheap to run this thing. And then we take the small crate, slap that on top, and this will auto-export to the top as it mines. And we should be just about ready. The work is going to build up in here, and it should start working. Now, you can increase or decrease the drill height. We did see that the black lens is going to give us a higher chance of getting that crude oil. So what we can do is actually make the black lens. So let's go in here. Or was it gray or black? I think it was black. Let's take a look. The oil shale. Either way, it's the black. Okay. So to do this, we need the black stained glass with some pink slime. And we should be good. How do we get that? There we go. And we can actually make more than one of these. I think 6 of them is the max. And that will guarantee you a higher chance. And you can throw those in here. So yeah, you should be able just to shift click them in. And there we go. That should give us a higher chance of getting oil sand. Which is what we just got. Now, these do have depths, but you can see right here, it is 0 to 255. I don't even need to worry about decreasing the depth or increasing it. It's not going to matter. I don't think so. I haven't really seen that it matters, but if it's between those, it's just not going to really change it any to mine there. But we did get 1, which is exactly what we needed. So, which allows us to take out and get some of this oil sand. And that's going to allow us to get into some automation. We're going to work on that next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, You guys know what to do. You guys have been through this. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.